If you're a real estate agent and you've been saying, I really need to start a YouTube channel for the last 6 months, I'm going to lovingly call you out. You do not need 6 more months. You don't need a great logo, a fancy camera. You don't need a photo shoot to replace your old 20-year-old headshot. And you definitely don't need 17 more YouTube tutorials saved in a folder that you never even open. What you need is 2 days. Because your YouTube channel should not take 6 months to build. It should take 48 hours max. And no, I don't mean you're going to become a YouTube expert in 48 hours. You're not going to master scripts and editing and analytics and how the algorithm works by Sunday night. That would be fabulous, delusional, but fabulous. What I mean is in 48 hours, you can make 3 big decisions that keep most people right where you are right now. What is your channel actually about? It's not about real estate in your town. Who is it for? And how to set it up the right way so that the correct people understand it immediately. That is the foundation of a good YouTube channel. And most agents totally skip it, which is why their channels end up looking like every other real estate channel on YouTube. Living in city name, buying and selling tips, market updates. I am your local real estate expert. Look at all of my listing walkthroughs. Snooze. So let's go back to the first part. The first part is deciding what your channel is actually about. And no, it is not about real estate in your town. Part 1 is deciding what is your channel actually about. And this is the part that everybody gets wrong. Because when I ask someone, they'll say, my channel is about real estate in, and they put in the name of their town. No, it is not. That is not a channel concept. That is just your physical location. If your channel is just real estate in my town, you are literally saying the same thing as every other agent in your MLS. Your channel needs an actual strategy, a specific angle. For example, what I did, helping military first-time buyers who are relocating to Savannah buy their first house when they get there. What about helping empty nesters downsize to a single-story home in Peoria, Illinois? What about helping international buyers buy commercial property in Florida? Because now we have the strategy. And when somebody lands on this channel, they should not spend any time wondering, is this for me or is this not really relevant? They should know immediately. That is the difference between a channel that feels very useful and a channel that just looks like a digital real estate business card. Then part 2 is deciding, then who is the channel for? So the second I say pick a specific type of person, people freak out. But I don't want to narrow it down. I don't want to leave anyone out. I don't want to turn away business. Have you ever thought that yourself? Here's the deal. You're already leaving people out. You're leaving them out because your message is so vague that no one will ever find your channel. And therefore, they can't possibly know whether it's right for them if they never even see it in the first place. A channel for buyers and sellers in all of Metro Phoenix sounds safe and inclusive, but it doesn't work. Whereas a channel for first-time buyers using their VA loan in Phoenix is much more specific. One for urban professionals who want to buy a condo in downtown Phoenix because they work in the tech sector, that is specific. When your viewer can see themselves in your channel content, they pay attention. Now, this doesn't mean that you can never work with anyone else. It just means that you have to have a marketing message for your YouTube channel that goes beyond your geographic area. The goal is not to impress every person on the face of the earth. The goal is to attract the right people and make them think, oh, this is awesome. This is exactly what I need. I taught Casey how to do this, and look at this comment that he just left on one of my videos where he said, I got a client from a video that had 67 views. And I made a nice big fat commission check. It wasn't because the video went viral and 1,000,000 people saw it. 67 people saw it. And one of those people became a lead and then a client who closed a transaction. That is what we're talking about. Part 3 of setting up your channel is getting the positioning and the messaging right. So this is where your channel has to pass the 5-second rule. If someone looks at your channel and they don't know you, they've never seen your videos before, can they figure out in the first 5 seconds, who do you help, how do you help them, and why should they care? If the answer is no, then you don't have a YouTube problem, you have a messaging problem, but it's very easy to fix. But this is why so many YouTube channels get no views whatsoever. The banner says something like Joe Schmo, realtor, brokerage name, their phone number, their email address, the city that they live in. Okay, it's a business card. Your channel needs to be much sharper than that. Not Savannah real estate. It was military first-time buyers relocating to Savannah who want to buy their first home when they get here. Now the right person knows they're exactly in the right place and that I am the perfect person to help them. The wrong people will keep right on scrolling, and that's fine. I release you into the wild. You don't need me. You can go find someone else. However, I got a lot of clients who were not in the military or who were not buyers. They were sellers. So even though my channel was for first-time military buyers, I got plenty of listings and plenty of clients who are not in the military. I got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of leads over the next several years from this strategy. So I'm telling you that it will work. And that is exactly why I created this resource for you called Build a YouTube Channel in 48 Hours. Because most agents don't need another free tutorial telling them just post listing tours, make these 10 videos. That is not helpful. When you still don't know what your channel is about, who it is for, what it should say on the banner, how to describe the channel, what to write in the About Me section, or how to position yourself so that the right people find these videos and immediately understand why they should listen to you. So inside Build a YouTube Channel in 48 Hours, I walk you through my exact setup process. How do we do the whole thing in 2 days or less? How to make the entire channel feel very clear, specific, and client attracting from day one. Because the goal is not to build a channel that's pretty. It's to build a channel that makes a stranger land there and think, this is exactly what I need, and pick up the phone and call you. So if your YouTube channel has been sitting in the maybe someday pile, this is your sign to stop dinking around. Go grab Build a YouTube Channel in 48 Hours. I will link it down below, and let's get it done.